Hello, Namaste, Namaskaram, and welcome to Stories of Hope Introverts Special #19. So today, our show actually is moving forward. I can see there are a lot of responses I'm getting from a lot of people out there. Thank you for all the love. I mean, I'm so privileged to be there. People like you, because of you only, I'm able to drive this particular show to the next levels. So yeah, this show, I always tell that this show is all about introvert stories who got some hope in their life and achieved success. So they also came across a lot of ups and downs in their life. This show will tell you and will give you an overview what exactly they are, where they came from, how they came up with a lot of challenges out there, and they actually use this introversion and they came and they become a successful people out there. So yes, this show is not only for introverts. This will be for extroverts and introverts as well, because I believe everyone in their life will be having one or other places where they need some hope. So this show, by listening to other people, can create some hope in your life so that you can also achieve success in your life. So with that note, I want to start our 19th episode of Stories of Hope Introvert Special. One second, I want to tell you one thing that is about our guest who came today. His favorite number is also 19, it seems. So it is even for me also, it is a coincidence. It happened like that because he is a person I was been waiting for so many days, because I always have this inspiration from him, because he is a very down to earth person. Down to earth person, and he's so friendly. Whenever I require a small talk, he will be ready to give his inputs. So that kind of personality he is. It's been so many days. I was also waiting for it. Fortunately, I got him on the show, but on his favorite number, that is 19. So I want to introduce him about the guest who is coming today. So basically, he is an emotional fitness coach, and he want to help people, and professionals in specific, to get better at handling their emotions, so that they can lead a fulfilled and meaningful life. He's around, from two decades of he has a corporate experience with domestic and international organizations. Now he's serving people coming in his circle of influence and empowering them to be emotionally fit and healthy. So without any delay, I want to call upon our guest of the day, Manikandan sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, Santhosh. Hello, hello. How are
Thank you, sir.
you?
Thank you. I am doing great, sir. Thank you for being on my show, and it is privilege for me to host you. So it's been I also waiting for so many days to have to this to happen. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. And you rightly said 19. That was a
Yeah.
special meaning in my life as well. I was just hearing that. Yes.
So
It's
somewhere
my
universe
birthday
has
date.
connected. Oh, okay. So somewhere universe has connected that number to you, probably.
Yeah. So nice to be on your show on as a 19th guest. Thank you. My
Thank you.
privilege.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So I have given a short introduction about you. I know that it is a very, very, very small, very minute introduction. So please give the audience who are watching out there live or recorded even more elaborated, and about introduction about you.
Yes. Yep. So, like you rightly said, I have had my own journey of life. It's been through all ups, downs, like each one of us have. And I'm like, personally, if you ask me, I got an opportunity to be around with a lot of people, not just little people, lot. And I'm somebody by nature is if I get connected to somebody, I would want to stay, or I keep that friendship or relationship for a very long time, to the extent of right from my childhood buddies, chuddy buddies we call, to till date my corporate people in and around. I constantly keep in touch, and I also try to give my value in whatever way I can. So this has been ongoing for a long time. And if you ask me today what my journey is, that is what evolved into what I'm doing currently. Uh, it has been informal of late. If you ask me personally, if you ask me, I, like I was saying, I get in friendship, I get touch, and then naturally, each one of us have our own ups and downs in life. We have our challenges, be it personal life, be it professional life, and whenever. And I used to, when we used to get friendship, with people and all. Many of the people, I was initially surprised that they're comfortable sharing a lot of things with me, and because of which I could help them in some way, when I could give them that, okay, why don't you think of doing this, or naturally it used to come, those kind of inputs or those thought process. and I used to help people, and then eventually help them to get better in whatever situation they were in. And they used to come back and say, "Wow, Mani, that what you said, I did exactly that, and maybe this relationship with my manager or the spouse or whatever way it improved or it got better." And then I used to feel satisfied. Wow, I mean, I could add something that changed for somebody, and that's how it all started. Santhosh, my journey across to what I am. But initially, like your show is very special for stories of hope for introverts. I'm no different. I was an introvert as well.
Yes, yes. I remember that when we were talking for the first time, you even told about your introversion and all. So today we'll talk even more specific how you have, what is your journey is about. So first of all, my question, before going into the first question, I want to tell you there are two rounds over here in this particular next few minutes. The first round is
Mhm.
about question and answers. Next is rapid fire. So we'll go to
Okay.
rapid fire, but yeah, first round is about question and answers. In that, my first question is about, so the topic is about is being quite emotionally weak is the topic which we are is being quiet is a sign of emotionally weak we have taken. But I
Yeah.
just want to go inside your life. As you told, you are an introvert in your childhood days. So at that moment, what exactly is been running in your mind, and what exactly happened in your life being quiet, what people used to tell you, and what exactly, any scenario where you can explain us or tell us what happened, any specific.
Yes, yes. Good question. You're taking me back to my childhood days. Yes. So, in fact, in childhood days, again, like most of them, or I don't know, maybe I was a little different. As kids, we used to be independent, like do whatever we feel like, no thoughts, no second thought, as if this is right, this is wrong. As kids, we never had that judgment. There is when I feel that I had this introversion, wherein basically I was a shy. I had a very weak self-image, I would say. I'll tell you particular examples. I still remember my mom telling me that when somebody comes at home, you have visitors, you have your relatives, people and all coming in home. If I know that they are somewhere near the gate or they are near the door, not even knowing that who is there, what is there, I used to run away inside. I somewhere in the bedroom or in the bathroom or somewhere. Not even. I mean, sometimes it used to happen. I remember maybe it was in early third standard, fourth standard. I don't know what period of time. Wherein I never used to come out till that person used to go away from the house. They used to spend maybe 1 hour, 2 hours at house sitting and
Sure.
chatting with everybody, with parents and all. No, I never used to even come out in front of people and talk to them. And such a kind of shy and introvert I was. I mean, I was in my own world. For me, I was just happy in what I was, and it took me several years, I would say, till I even went into adulthood or into my college days to come out of from my own self and start seeing what is there around, what is happening around, what is the people around you, what is the journey of everybody. So I was very kind of subtle and very shy guy. I still remember those days when, even for that, again, one more incident. You took me to my childhood days. I remember this as well. During my school days, there used to be one good friend of mine, best pal. So, to a small extent, you will see how sensitive and how introvert I was. Like we used to have haircut, right? Once in a month,
Hmm.
once in 2 months, we used to have haircut and all. I don't know what. Okay. After having the haircut, the very next day, I used to feel very shy even to get into my class. To stand in front of so many people, to go in front of so many people. So I used to go. I used to call my friend. I used to tell, today you wait for me in the gate. We'll meet together. So you hold my hands and let's go together into the class. I cannot just all alone enter into the class and so many people in front of them. People will start joking around me. People will ask me, "Hey, what is this haircut? What have you done? You look different." All those things. I could not even handle that. So I was one amongst that during my childhood days, Santhosh, and then that's how the journey began, and to what you see me today.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for telling that. Even it is making me to remember my college days. When you are talking about your school days, I can remember my college days. In my college days, I used to, whenever I enter into my class, I used to walk so fast so that I can
Okay.
avoid people. So that too, I was a last bench student. So because of it, I have to cross all the first middle benches. So that too, I'm a late class. I used to come to late. I used to come late to the class. So obviously,
Okay.
I'm the last one to enter into the class. The whole class is already sitting and they are doing their work. I used to run so fast. My friends used to ask me, Santhosh, why are you running? Why you are so hurried to go to sit? I used to feel so awkward whenever I used to face the crowd. So yeah, so even I
I can
can
relate to
remember
it.
that.
I can relate to what you're saying, Santosh.
Yeah.
Totally.
So yeah, that is what happened to me. Thank you for making me also remember that. Yeah. So now coming to the next question. I mean, when you are being like that, so you felt anything like where you are? I mean, you told us weak self-image and all. It's fine, but anyone in specific, your friends or your family members, told you that why are you like this, or bullied you or insulted you in front of anyone? Is it any situation is there in your life as such?
As such, I don't remember any specific incident that has been there in my childhood. But one thing for sure, maybe I these days when I think upon why I was like that or something of that sort, maybe for me personally, if you ask me, like for parents, mom and dad, my dad was away from us for a long time. Like basically his work, because of his work, he used to stay, he used to travel, and most of the times be away. So most of the times, me and my younger sister, we used to be with mom. So mother is the one who used to take care, and mother is a housemaker. So she's only seen house, and she doesn't know much. And we were brought up by her. And dad used to come once in a month, once in 2 months is when we used to see him. So I feel like it's always the presence of your dad, or because it's always considered right in our families. Dad is someone who is like who faces the world, who goes out, who brings everything, all the comfort for the family, and that kind of thing. So maybe I think. I mean, today's generation has changed. I'm not saying ladies are weak in any way. That is not my intention. But in my upbringing, that used to be the case. My mom was at home, and then we used to be brought about by the home. So maybe that in some way has affected me, or because of that, maybe that kind of nature has come in me. Could be a reason. Other than that, I don't remember anybody being bullying me or troubling me. Even for that matter, in schools, they used to consider me as a good friend. I mean, they used to consider me as a good friend, though I was kind of a shy. And then there was a lot of people coming in and attaching with me. But I used to be like, I don't know what to talk, what not to talk, and I used to be in my own zone. But yes, nothing as such as an incident I remember. But eventually, I think during the upbringing, that role of mom and dad equally plays in building up a person's character. Yeah, both of them have equal contribution, I feel. And then one missing you can see the changes happening in the kids for some
Yes,
time.
so true. Even the same thing it happened to me. My dad used to be working in different places. We are there in Andhra out here. He used to be working in Mumbai, Bangalore, and all. So very less interaction with him. So because of maybe I was also thinking that because mom is she's so protective, she used to love me a lot. So she never used to ask me to go out. She used to feed me nicely in home. So it is a comfort zone for me. So probably that is that's what upbringing environment is one of the major cause of being introversion. So it has been, I mean, I have read a lot of researches out there, even scientists tell this. So it's about your upbringing and the environment which you are being brought up. So this is the main reason for being so becoming an introvert. So yeah, obviously from childhood, if that roots are being rooted, I mean, if the roots are there, obviously that will continue for long time, right? So yeah, it's not easy to come out of it.
Yeah. Interesting to know a lot of matching things between us. Our stories match in a lot of ways
Yeah.
right from beginning. Good, good,
Yes.
good. Nice to know. Yeah.
So yes, now coming to next point is about getting confidence in your life. Obviously, being an introvert, being that shy kind of guy, how you came, what incident made you to come out of it? What gave you that confidence to come out? And any incident as such where you got, yes, I can do this. I want to be like this. Which actually made you to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. So the transformation again from that person to what I am today and what I am going forward, the transition happened, I would say, during my college days. My graduation played a very important role in changing mine, because I remember till my 10 plus 1 plus 2, I was the same kind. I don't see any big change in my character. But what eventually happened as I entered into college is somewhere where people are free, you are like liberal, you can do anything you want. But I was still the same old character, same old character getting into my class. And then I remember during the first year of graduation, I think that's when the change process started. So I used to be like, simply everybody coming to the class, I used to go to the class. You are telling about your college days, just go to the last bench, sit, attend the class, walk away. That used to be my trend. Whereas other guys, girls, everybody used to interact, mingle, and I was like, no, come, new environment. To set itself, it was so very difficult for me, and used to go.
Yeah.
So one particular incident I remember is towards somewhere in the mid or towards the end of my college days. So one fine day I was in my class as usual, attending it. And I was people, by then people gauge, right? People want to mingle with each other, people know each other and all those things. So somewhere around the lunch break or somewhere in the evening, I mean, they know that after this money will not be available in the class, we'll run away. One guy went and locked the door. Okay. The teacher had left and then he locked the door. I was like, okay, fine. And then in a couple of minutes from where I was sitting, all the girls, 2, 3 guys, they all started surrounding me. They all came near me. And I was the most, you can imagine, the most uncomfortable person. What is happening? I mean, though there was no ragging and all that, people all surrounded me. And I was like sweating. And I was like, hands were getting hot. And I was like, don't know what to do. I still remember that incident. But then what? It was very friendly. I mean, they basically wanted to know who I am. They said, you are the only person in the class who doesn't talk with us, who interact. We are all getting mingling. So today we are not leaving you. You just cannot be like that. Let's know each other. Let's at least talk. Where do you come from? Where do you go? And then it was very friendly. And for the first time, I thought that something is changing. And I got friends with them. And it was a different experience, I would say. I think that one thing which I could recollect was a trigger, was a beginning of a change in me from what I was. Then it used to be like, I started knowing their names and every day coming, interacting with them. I mean, it went to that extent. You won't believe, after the 3 years of graduation, as we were separating, each one had to take their journey of life. It was, for me, and as well as for them, it was like close to impossible to separate. I mean, we had so many talks, we used to share so many things. And then during the last days, I still remember, even everybody is there still now in contact. So that's the greatest, thanks to the technology. I used to cry. I mean, they used to cry. I used to cry. Hey man, after this, what will happen? We will not see each other in life. Where are we going to go? We'll miss each other. Everything is coming to an end. That kind of feeling, as if we are losing each other for that kind of bonding it became. And then we had our own tour and activities and all. Such thick bond it became, and that still continues to date. And that is the beginning of from where I started to realize life is much more bigger than just being in your own self. And then eventually towards the corporate life, all that taught me a lot of things to shaping up what I am. Yeah.
Great. Awesome. So again, I'm able to relate. That's the same incident for me also. It is in my 10th.
Oh God.
So
oh God.
they called 3 people. I am the one among them. They called 3, that too on the last day of our school. So all the girls and boys out there who are all the people, they called us. They sat they asked us to sit in the middle. Three of us sat in the middle and they asked us, why you don't talk to anyone? Why are you so silent? Well, we're already 10th is also completed. Almost we are farewell is also completed. Today is the last day. So tell what you want to tell. Tell us what you are feeling. So I was so uncomfortable at that moment. Even my school friends, when I went to a marriage of my friend. So even there, they will ask me, Santhosh, you transformed a lot. In school days, you used to be I'm very emotional kind of person. I used to cry a lot. That very sensitive. And right now you are doing YouTube videos and you're doing a lot of things. So we are even good to see you like this. It's like even at that moment also I feel awkward. What I have done in my school days. Yeah, this happened to me as well. But here the points are, again, I just want to take the topic of today. So even the being quiet, what do you feel? Is it emotionally weak? Or I know that this is completely related to your topic, emotional well-being. I know that you are emotional well-being coach, right? So definitely I want to put this point. So is it people consider being quiet as an emotionally weak, or it's a two-way? Like for me, being quiet is emotionally weak. For me, I'm feeling so, because whenever I used to feel, when people ask me, why don't you do this? Why don't you talk to people? I used to feel why I'm like this, why I'm weak. I don't have anything. I'm very low confident enough at that moment. But what according to you, when you experience both the phases, so what do you feel regarding this topic? Being quiet is a sign of emotionally weak, or what exactly you want to give a point?
Yeah. So that's a topic that we want to definitely touch upon having the conversation. So Santhosh, I really feel that this is a kind of a perception, or a thought process in our families, or maybe in the society, or in the people around. By default, it is considered that somebody who is not talking, who is not open, who is like very silent, who is weak, whatever way, in terms of quiet, we can say quiet, who is not very open everywhere, be it in family, be it in society, that person is emotionally weak. That is a kind of a label I feel, which the society puts on a person. Whereas, and upbringing also has a role to play in that. Definitely, like we all touched upon, upbringing has a role to play in that. And it is considered that this person is weak. Matlab, he's quiet, meaning he's weak. There's no point. Whatever you ask him, he's going to be sensitive, he's going to be quiet. But that is not always the case. You know, as a character, as an individual, if you see, that person might be a very open person. I mean, if you ask, he's quiet. He might be quiet in the society. He might be quiet between the friends. But there might be few people. There might be some good friends. There might be some person he's close with. He'll be just as a true self. He's actually not a quiet person. But the label around is, oh, he's a quiet person, so he must be weak. There's no point in telling him. Why are you pulling him? He'll cry. He will do this. He will do this. But no, people are actually, I mean, sometimes it has come to an extent that people who are quiet are emotionally strong. You know, not just strong, they are very strong. You know, just that they don't open up, they don't talk, doesn't mean don't consider them as weak. I have come across people, I mean, since we are sharing this topic, I have come across people who are generally silent. Then it is considered, okay, they are not going to be talkative. What is the feeling they will have? And people start bullying them, okay? Start teasing them and all those things. And then they also don't react. So they think, oh, he will not do anything, so let's continue the habit.
Okay? Yes, exactly.
I know of two people, okay? I know of two people in my whom I have met. Out of which one was like the same person, like we talk about. People used to tease him and he used to be silent. Oh, he's quiet, so let's continue the habit. Because he's not reacting, they think it is an advantage, they continue. And one fine day, he blasted, you know, he broke that quietness to that level, the other person could not bear it. Okay, the person who was bullying him was teasing him. He went to that extent, don't know what happened. It was a small trigger. The incident was not that. Over the years, this has been adding up to that quiet person who was just listening to this guy. He was telling, okay, leave it, whatever is that. At one point of time, it was a very small thing. As if, hey, please move, man. Something like that he would have told. This guy, the introvert, or basically the one who was quiet, just turned back. Why do you think I should move? Who do you think you are? And the reactions that came out of him, he bet him, man. I mean, I was just there on the presence and I thought, what the hell is happening? He started beating. He used to be somebody who never used to even speak. You can forget about him hurting. He started beating that guy. He started hitting him. And a lot of our friends, we had to grab him. Hey, man, hold on, relax. What are you doing? Kind of thing. And nobody could even imagine. The person who got the beating, he was in a different state. He could not even imagine that I will get something like this from this person who I have been teasing and bullying just because he was quiet. So yeah, I mean, so that's what it is. So I begin to say that being quiet doesn't mean that you're emotionally weak. No, that's a kind of impression, that's kind of a tag that has been associated in the society. And again, due to various factors like upbringing, society, people around and all those things, a person's character grow up to be like that. But definitely not. Don't consider, this is a message, if you ask me, that I want to tell anybody who's listening to this, to us. Being quiet definitely doesn't not mean that the person is emotionally weak. The person can be emotionally weak, but I feel the person is strong or equally capable as every extrovert or every person who is talkative. People who are talkative talk a lot, and it is generally considered that, okay, they are strong. No. They are emotionally weak people in them as well. And as I continue to go in my niche of this, helping people towards towards emotional well-being, I meet a lot of people, Santhosh, lot of people with all these combinations. And then you get to know what is a cause to what they are today. Definitely by seeing them being quiet, you cannot judge that the person is emotionally weak. I would not totally accept to that thing. Definitely, it's something which has a lot of insights or lot of things that goes in making up a character of a person. And being quiet is just one thing. So definitely, you said that at some points you also are weak, and then you are silent. You're quiet, and then you feel you're weak. No, definitely not. Quiet has nothing to do with your emotional character or your emotional well-being. You can be an emotionally strong person also to handle different situations that come across in your life. Quiet has no relation to that, or a very subtle relation to being emotionally weak. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So I think, I can relate one incident again, a small incident. Whatever you're telling, I am able to again recall that incident. So I was in my +1 and +2, that is intermediate, inter board. I was a very quiet guy, but I used to study a lot. So in my college, I used to stay in a hostel where one roommate used to bully me a lot. So he went to, almost so many months he bullied, but I never answered. I kept quiet because it's my nature. I never answered him. So one fine day, it went to the next level. I was sleeping after my study hours and all. He and one of my friend were talking, and he started talking about me badly. That too, I woke up suddenly, but they are talking about me. I understood, but I wrote that same thing in the voice for self. I in my ebook as well, the same thing. He started
Mm.
touching all the parts of me and started doing weird things and all. I don't know what happened. Suddenly, I got a lot of. I mean, that emotion burst out. I hold his neck and I push him
Mm.
back. That, I mean, still then he's shocked. What happened? So I was so quiet till that moment, almost so many months it's been, not even one day or 2 days, almost 10, 11 months I was being very quiet. I never answered him anything. I just held his neck. He's in shock. Even my roommates all woke up and were like, "Oh, what happened, Santhosh? What happened?" So I can relate this topic. Yes, as you're talking about the emotional weakness, it is not being quiet. Is like it's not emotionally weak. I even can relate that whatever you're talking. So I even was very strong. Whenever someone is bullying a quiet person, obviously if he's able to handle it, that means he's emotionally having some strength. Obviously, right? It's not like weak or something. Yeah, that is one which I want to share. And thank you for
Absolutely.
reminding me that.
Absolutely. You are a classic example, Santosh. I mean, see, when you
Yes,
said you are quiet, quiet, and that person is today conducting a talk show, talking to so
yes,
many people, bringing in a lot of audience. No, man, you need that guts. If you were the same person, you are quite. See, you're talking to so many people, interacting, and at the
yes.
same time, see the change that has happened in you as well. So that's what. So all
But
this.
one thing I want to tell, still I am kind of introvert, because whenever, I mean, I talk to people, but yeah, limited time. I even feel so awkward so many times, because people call me, Santosh, I want this, I want to talk to you. So, but I cannot go and do that. I don't know why. So I have this I don't know, I always love to be in my zone, be in my particular thing. I want to do it, and in that way only I used to, but I feel bad sometimes. So that introversion is also still there in me. I never tell that introversion is completely gone. I even tell that introversion is something which is a motivation for me. So yeah, it is a superpower for me, which actually made me to stand like this. So
Absolutely, absolutely, and don't think that even for me or for anybody, it's gone completely. Yeah? Okay, we are
yeah,
there are right. There are successful people who are introverts, people who have
yes,
achieved
yes,
big things in life.
yes,
You don't have to name those people. So highly successful people are introverts. Uh,
yes,
so introversion, it is not so easy. It leaves. There are few
yes,
things in me which doesn't leave. It's still there in me as well.
mm, mm.
Maybe in a different way. May not be today. I'm not running away when somebody comes at home, but I have
Yeah,
I have different kind of
yeah,
introversion.
some things will be there still. That is true. That is true.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
energy comes up when, even right now also, that energy comes up for me when I'm alone. I mean, that ideas comes to me when I'm alone doing my own work. So obviously I do that stuff every day for half an hour or one day, 1 hour at least, so that I will get recharged and I will get the power what I want to do. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Anshuji actually pinged us. Hello, Santosh and
Yeah,
Manikandan.
I
Hello,
see a
Anshu.
comment from
Thank
them.
you.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello, Anshu.
So yes,
Great.
yeah. Now, I mean, that's what for today. I mean, for the question and answer round. So I got to know about what about you and about your life as well. So just we'll go before going towards our second round. So guys whoever are live or watching this recorded. So as I told you, Mani sir is an emotional well-being coach. I personally recommend him because even for my sister as well, he is the one. I mean, she is right now. I can see some transformation in her after being talking to Mani sir and all, because before that she used to be having that self I mean, weak self image. But right now, she is confident. She is able to lead. I felt like, okay, this is something which I want in her. But at least, yeah, she got something in her life. I felt, okay, this is the time where I'm waiting for so many years, because as a brother, I can tell her, but yeah, it is not. I cannot tell everything to her. But she got some inputs from Mani sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving that information. I mean, whatever you have experienced, whatever your experience is, everything you have given to her. I'm so grateful for you for doing that, because I was been trying it for so many years, but this happened within few days. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Santosh. I mean, I should say it's more of her efforts. I am just a person who can tell, but she herself, she knows things. She is a Because when the first time we got in touch and you told about her and I could add some value because of which she could realize and I can see changes in her. That's what gives me satisfaction. That's what gives me feeling that, wow, I'm doing something. I mean, even if it can be one person, I want to reach more and more people. But if it is one person to begin with, and then that person changes, because it's life, right? It's not about what you are today. They get a better life. They're able to do things on their own. They face the challenges in their life,
Yeah.
And I because it's my experience. When I experience something, I don't want anybody else to have that kind of experiences that I've seen. I've seen a lot of things. This is just, we spoke about childhood and things, but there are a lot of things. If we talk about relationships, if we talk about personal journey, career, half an hour or 1 hour is not enough for us to talk. We'll speak for hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what I can value, and good that she's changing. I'm happy for her.
So, sir, I just want to add one more point. If you can tell your program what you are doing right now, because I have given the link, guys. Whoever are there in the live or watching this recorded, I have given that link of Mani sir. If you want to contact him for you, or it can be for your friends, or it can be for family, please do go and please be. I mean, feel free to contact him. The link is already in the description. All the social media links are there in the single link. You can click on that link and you will get to reach to different platforms of Mani sir directly, where you can contact him. So yes, sir, please give us a brief idea about what exactly you are doing right now, or what exactly is going through in your particular, journey of your coaching and all.
Yeah. So that's something which is helping me to reach out to more and more people, like you rightly pointed out. So I do a couple of things. One, I do a one-on-one coaching, which is basically somebody wants to interact on a personal level, and then we take it up and all that. I have my programs, which is basically several duration, like a 1 month program, like a 1 week programs, wherein we go through a lot of exercises. It's a kind of a group program where there are group sessions, where there is individual calls as well. When then I offer them some tips, I tell them what to do, what they should do, I take them through different sets. Basically, it's about emotional awareness, about how to be grateful, what is all the things that you come across in life, how you should see aspects, kind of thing. I have a structure. So I take them through that. That's one mode of reaching and helping out to people. In addition, I also have my webinars, which I conduct on a regular basis, where people write from outside all over. I don't know. I mean, it's open in various platforms. People come and attend, wherein I give them the awareness or education about basically on what is the exact problem, where are things happening, how our brain, how our mind works, how our mind and heart are correlated, where is the emotions originating from. At a very high level, I give them this overview and things that can help them to get a better picture. But as they go along, as they want to proceed further in their journey, like say they have some personal problems that they want to talk, that they want help with, definitely I have these one-on-one coachings. And also some people prefer to attend it as a program and then also take the one-on-one coaching additionally, like some of unknown people have done. So that I do. So all these are part. So like you share my social media link, definitely anybody can contact me, and based on it's a case-to-case basis, I would say, because for everybody everything might not suit. So I have built up my own programs, and I'm building up few more things along the way. Like a lot of things that we speak about, it's good to have it documented also. Some people would not want to talk, they would want to read first. So I am in the process of writing my ebook. So once that is out, I can even share that across to people so that they understand, and then they want to come to me and then contact and then get in touch. I'm more than happy to be of any help to them. So all the ways, I'm also reaching out.
So great, sir, great. Thank you for being that. So again, guys, whoever want to reach out, I think I have given already the link in the description, so you can go ahead and do that. And we have some questions out here. One is from Sandeep. Sandeep is asking, what is an antidote for introversion? Yeah, Mani sir, if you want to take up this question, please. What is an antidote for introversion?
Okay, so normally people consider introvert, extrovert. Okay, you have that, then you become an extrovert. I would say again, coming back to touching upon the same point, there is no one single source or one single. Okay, it's not an antidote. The question is good, Sandeep, but it's not like say you take some pill or you have something and then you are a changed person from the very next day. We are human beings, and again, coming back to emotions, it is not things that can be replaced overnight or very quickly. It's a process. It's a journey. Okay. Again, and first of all, if you ask me, if the question means that you want to become from an introvert, you want to change to an extrovert, I would say why? Why?
Right.
Does it mean that introversion is bad? Is that the consideration that you want an antidote to take and then become an extrovert? I don't really quite agree to that. And introversion is in no way harming you or stopping you from doing anything. It's just a trait, one of your character traits. Santhosh, you don't add the people who are successful. Yeah, I want you to name the successful and
Yes, yes,
highly achievable
I
people,
will.
where not
Once
just
once you
introverts.
complete that, I will talk about that as well. Yeah, I'm about to talk.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
the extrovert people also look up to them today and salute them for what they are. So, so don't think that you need to take an antidote or an anti-pill and then convert from being an introvert to an extrovert or anything of such, Sandeep. I would say if you think or if you understand your character as an introvert, very good. That awareness itself is a big success. Now see what you can go as a next step, what you can achieve, and in life. So definitely, introversion is in no way a negative thing, or please don't take it as that everybody should be extrovert in the society. Everybody cannot be extroverts, and also doesn't mean that introverts are not successful and extroverts are successful or either that way. And,
Yes,
and I
yes.
want to give it to Santhosh because he can talk more about this.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So basically, it's a very good question. Even this question is being asked for me. I mean, a lot of people. So again, I'm telling you, introversion is not a disease to be cured. It is just a characteristic trait, and it is not something bad which is which you only face. So a lot of people out in the world, almost 40% people in the world has this introversion in their life. So coming to the successful people, there are a lot of people who have been successful. If you take recent example, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is an best example of an introversion. And if you come to India, you can say Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi is an introvert. And if you take recent example, Ajinkya Rahane is an example. I mean, best example of introvert. So this guy is very silent, but yeah, you can see his success, right? There are a lot of people as such. It's not like only a few people which I'm talking about. If you talk about I mean, there is an in US there is an I mean there is a revolution. Like there are a lot of things which happened because of introversion only. So introversion is not to be something which are to be cured or something. Take it as a motivation. So basically, I took introversion as a motivation. I'm using my introversion in such a way that everything comes into my place because of introversion. I'm telling you, whatever creativity which I do, whatever technology which I work, I use my introversion in such a way that basically that makes me even more powerful in whichever job which I do. So that is making me more powerful because I will observe, I will analyze, and I will make that thing happen in a very good way and very effective way. And one more thing I should tell you, introversion is not bad, but you have to learn some skills. So, for example, I have learned. I am also an introvert. When never used to talk, but right now I'm talking because I learned public speaking skill. I learned how to write an article. So I have learned few things so that I can come out and I can do the same thing applied for everyone. Most of the people out there. So you can learn some skills which are basically you can train yourself. Public speaking is a skill which I have learned recently. Right now I'm talking because of the public speaking skill. So thankful to my mentors who actually made me to do this. So after that, I started working on myself. Even you can see whatever work I do, everything is coming out of my silent time or the quiet time only. So I do a lot of what's so called introspection. I do this introspection in I will lock myself in a room for 1 hour or 2 hours. I will do alone whatever I do it alone. But after that, I will be again normal person. Again, it's about the skills which you get. So there are some skills which you can acquire and go out and work on your job or anywhere. So that's what I want to tell. There is no antidote for introversion, and introversion is not bad. It's very good. So we got even one more point from Vishnu, telling that introverts are observant and innovative, like to react and act more. Thank you for telling that, giving that point. Yes,
Absolutely. Thanks.
they're very observant. Yeah, if you give them anything, they will be analyzing so well. And if you give them if you give them some topic to make a creative out of it, they can give it as well. So that kind of things are a lot of positive things are there if you actually use the introversion in a correct way. So thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Do you think there's one more question from Sandeep? Do you think there's a difference between self-image of introvert and extrovert? I think I mean Mani sir will answer this. Self-image
Do you think there is a difference on the self-image of introvert and extrovert?
and extrovert.
Okay. So yeah, Sandeep, I think it's totally again individual basis. So your self-image is not governed by this character trait, be it an introvert, be it an extrovert. What you are, see, your self-image forms, like many of you know, or if you don't know, right from your childhood age, at the age of 5 to 7 years, is when your self-image starts building in you. And as you grow, it shapes up. It shapes up a lot of your experiences. Everything happening around you builds it up. So either you come out as a confident and a strong and a talkative or whatever, your nature builds up, or you are an shy, you're an introvert, you will get shy, or you are in your own zone. And your self-image has nothing to do with your character that is being built. Why I'm saying is, this is something which can be changed. Self-image. There are various books. If you know, there are books which says that self-image, what you form in the childhood, people have changed it overnight, based on the experiences that they went through. It can just drastically change, but still you can be an introvert. Okay, you can still like an introvert who has gone through hardships, who's like, for us it was a gradual progression, but there has been like somebody went through hard times, tough times, and they're not speaking, they're overnight, they're like the introvert character trait is in them, but few incidents in their life, maybe loss of somebody close to them, maybe somebody really whom they can show their affection, and then whom they are with their true self no more is there, and maybe whatever the incidents happen, they change overnight. They change from their beliefs, their self-image of themselves gets a twist, but the character of being introvert or extrovert remains in them for lifelong. And like we were talking earlier, it is not something that you can need to feel bad about, you need to pity about. Okay, this guy is an introvert, oh, what the heck he can do in life. No, never ever consider it in that manner. And self-image is something which even an extrovert can have a weak self-image. Just that the person is extrovert and then opening up with people doesn't mean that he's not having. If you know exactly, if you can point out that particular point to an extrovert, let's say for an extrovert who is just talking, interacting, making friendly, jovial, everything, if you can rightly pinpoint at one point, you can see that person just can succumb. He'll no more open up. That's because his self-image is so bad, or self-image could be weak, not bad, could be weak. And if you just point out, hey, you're talking so much, for example, I'm just telling as an example, I just want to finish off and then hand over to Santhosh. You can just say, somebody who's, what, you're just talking. I don't see you doing any action. You are worthless. You are only good for nothing. You are good for nothing. You just talk, no use of you. If you tell this to an extrovert person 4-5 times, because of his self-image, that person literally takes it, he won't open up. That person can just go calm. Because you are pointing at his self-image, not his character. He can be an extrovert by character. But just as an example, if you hit his self-image, he can just go weak. So that's what my answer to that would be. Santhosh, over to you.
Yes, sir. It is. I mean, I can tell that's the correct answer which you have given. Self-image is nothing to deal with introversion or extroversion. Even animals also have the self-image. So, for example, if there is a lion, you have wounded a lion. So, can it come out and actually do whatever normally a lion will do? No. So that is what any self-image is not the thing, because there are a lot of books which have been even telling that. Even what Mani sir was telling is absolutely correct. When you went into a depression, obviously your self-image will be completely low. Even he can be an introvert, he can be an extrovert, he can be an ambivert, anything it can be, he can be. But yeah, self-image can be actually, again, your weak self-image can be converted into a good self-image or a strong self-image. It depends on your situations. It's not about your introversion or extroversion. Anyone in this planet Earth, it can be human beings, it can be animals, it can be anyone, will be definitely going down at one or other point. Okay, so that's what even my answer is for you. And Sandeep, thank you for asking your very good questions. That is a very good question.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Yeah. Any book
Sandeep
you can recommend? Yeah, he's asking a lot of questions. It's great to see that.
Yeah, great. Sandeep is very interactive.
You can
book, recommend. Yes. If I'm not wrong, Psycho-Cybernetics, right? Psycho-Cybernetics talks about how you can change your self-image. Sandeep, I think you should definitely read that book. That book is by a plastic surgeon. Okay, just to give a glimpse of it, that in that book he talks about how a person's self-image can literally change despite your outer looks and things. How it really hampers your inner self-image. He's told in that, and how you can really change it is there in this book. I think Santhosh is the right book, right? I'm talking about Psycho-Cybernetics is the book by Maxwell. I forgot the author's name, but that's a book which definitely talks about changing self-image and the difference.
Maxwell Maltz.
Yeah.
I have given
Definitely,
there.
that's a
I
book.
have given that. Yeah, I have given that in the chat box. You can check it
Okay.
out. This is the
Okay.
book, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell. So that is a very good book. I even recommend that book. And if you want, you can go with one of my mentors' book. That is Seven Steps of Being Shame to Game Changer. So there is one book which one of my mentor is Somdatta Sarkar. So that is also a wonderful book. It is a very simple language, and I even loved that book. I'm reading it actually slowly, but yeah, 7 steps to I will give you that book as well. Being back to game. So 7 steps from shame to being back to the game. It is from Sundata Sarkar. You can use that as well. So I mean, whichever I have read, that's what we are telling. But there are a lot of books which I can tell. There are a lot of books which you can read on this self-image part. Yep. So yeah, this is the book, 7 steps from shame to becoming being back to back in the game. The author is Somdata Sarkar. So yes, so with this, I just want to move ahead for the next round because we are getting late. I thought it is 30 minutes. We are moving ahead for the, 45 minutes already. Thank you for the questions, which made us engaging. So now,
Yeah.
coming to the next thing, which is about rapid fire. It will be very quick, sir. But yeah, you have to answer these questions.
Okay. I'll try. I'll
Okay.
give it a try. Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is about: are you a night owl or you are a guy who will do things in the morning?
I'm a morning person. Completely morning
I,
person.
I know this. So yeah. So what is your favorite book?
One book.
Yeah, one book. Only one book you have to tell. Only one book.
Hmm. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind.
Okay. Power of subconscious mind. Okay. So next is about when you are going down. Obviously, everyone will be having these phases of going down. Or I don't want about books. Now it is about entertainment. So any specific movie or any specific song which you listen or watch repeatedly so that you will come out of that phase. Any as such in your life? Entertainment mode.
Yeah, entertainment mode. Definitely, I listen to songs. I love the melody and beautiful music numbers. The soft music, be it
Okay.
Bollywood, be it the South Indian, be it any varieties, the melody numbers just take me off, just take me into a romantic numbers, you can say. It takes me into a
Mm.
different level. So when I just listen, I feel just the calm and the soothing effect. So I listen to those kind of songs, which literally changes my mood in terms of music. I also watch comedy shows, comedy things, which
Mm.
which which are quick mood changes. Maybe Kapil Sharma or maybe other shows. There are a lot of shows in South India as well. So you watch it in 5 minutes, you don't know what was the problem itself. You start laughing. It totally
Yeah, yeah.
changes of your mood. So those are the songs.
Okay, okay, great. So one more question is about who is your inspiration before when you started your journey? Because as you are talking about introversion and all, at that moment, any inspiration as such in your life which made you to got the transformation?
Uh, there was no inspiration as such to change from an introvert or to what I am currently or what I'm being. But definitely, there is one person who I always admire and who I consider as a person who is bringing. So maybe the change from an introvert to what I am today, I don't know if that's a big change. From what I am today, or maybe a year back to what I am becoming, there is one person whom I admire and who I respect, whom I consider as my mentor. His name is 𝗚𝗂𝗏𝗏. So he's a
Okay.
person who has been a highly source of inspiration, who's been a change, who's been giving me that kind of mentoring and confidence to what I am today. So that credit goes to him because before that I don't remember if I have got inspired, if I've got so connected to anybody all throughout. It's just been a journey wherein corporates, companies. There have been a lot of managers, people who I always love to work with. All that has been there. Definitely teachers, many of them were there, but not somebody whom I can look up to in terms of the next level. That I see in this person. So I always look up to him in all the manners. So that's
Awesome. Great.
𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏.
So yes, so with this we are done for the show. We have even one more question from Sandeep.
Oh,
Last
great.
question, as you asked, said introversion is not negative, it's just a character type. But I want to know how to switch from introvert to extroversion if such situation arises. Yeah, Sandeep, very simple answer. it's about your skills again. So right now, if I'm speaking, that means it's about my skill. I learned this public speaking skill, and that's where I'm coming out. I'm doing videos, I'm coming live and talking like this. So learn the skill whichever you want, the situation, whatever you're talking about. It can be coming out. Mostly introvert, extrovert comes when you're talking to people or doing your office work and all. So there are a lot of skills which you have to learn. So whatever situation it is, just learn that skills according to the situations. For example, if you want to do it in your office or your career, obviously you have to learn some skills, how to talk to your managers and all. That's the one skill which you can learn. You can be I'm available. Basically, I'm an introvert career coach, so basically I can help you out how to talk to your manager being an introvert and all. So this is basically a skill which you have to learn. There is no one single switch somewhere. You just switch it from introvert to extrovert. It's not possible like that. You have to learn some skills, nothing else. Just learn the skills whatever required to be in that situation, whatever situation it is. So learn that skills. Obviously you can actually get that flavor in your life as well. So is it correct, sir? Mani sir, am I
Well
making
said.
sense?
Well said, Santhosh. Yes, like you said, it's not like you said about the switch. I also tell this to when I do the coaching. How do I change this emotion? Somebody asked me. I said, "Man, you're a human being. You're not a thing that you can take out this chip, put the chip, put another new chip, and then you start. You
Yeah.
don't get angry for anything. No, no, no. We are dealing with human beings. So well said, Santhosh. You're right.
Yes. So with that note, yes, I am. We are done for the show, and thank you for again. I'm telling you, I'm grateful for people out there who are always supporting me and telling Santosh why this. I mean, 1 week I missed some. I got messages, Santosh, why this show didn't happen. So thank you for that love, always supporting me and supporting people out there. And I even want to add a lot of value out in the people's life. So that's where I started this movement because I felt I'm an introvert who got lot of bullies in my college and school days. So I felt okay, fine. There are a lot of people out there who are also like me. So I felt okay, fine. I want to add some value. I want to create some hope in their life, and I want to create some awareness regarding introversion. That is where the show is being started. So thank you for that love. And yeah, as I already told you, I'm an author of ebook, which is Voice for Self Love. That situation which I'm talking about, the bullying part, that is already there in that book. That is Voice for Self Love. I have written a step-by-step process how you can actually raise your voice, and you can follow me on different platforms. You can see in Facebook, you can see on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. I have given that also, and even that links are already available in the description. So with that note, yeah, thank you for being there in the live, and thank you so much, Mani sir, for coming out and giving your valuable points. And your time is, I cannot tell how can I define your time. I know that you are also occupied with a lot of things. A lot of things are running behind you. I know that, but yeah, giving your time. And yesterday night you went to some other session, but yeah, again today morning you came up. Thank you for giving that assurance that yes, Santosh, I will be there. So thank you for that, and a lot of gratitude to you, sir, so for being there.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Santhosh.
you.
Thanks for giving me an opportunity in your platform to be there as a 19th speaker. I'll always remember this. So,
Yeah,
thank you.
that's
May
my.
this show reach more heights. I wish you more success and let this become a big global movement altogether,
Thank,
led by
thank
you.
you so much. Thank you so much, sir. It is about the people who are actually there. So I actually should show. I don't have any words who are actually telling this. Santosh, you have to do it again and again. Thank you for being always that part as well in my life. Whenever if anything I required, I ping you. You will be coming up with something. So thank you for that. So thank you for giving that support to me. So
Definitely.
with that note, we are done for this. We are done for the day, and we are signing off. And once again, thank you. We'll be meeting you in the next episode of Stories of Hope Introvert Special. Till then, have a good day and have a great week. Thank you so much.